ESPN's Barry Melrose with Armen and Levack, 104.5 The Team, recapping this weekend's great playoff hockey. Of course, we are your home for New York sports, Barry, so we're hurting throughout the weekend and today. The 2-0 loss, Game 7, Rangers-Lightning on Friday night. Do you give more credit to the Lightning defense or more blame to the lack of Rangers offense?
No, I give full credit to the Lightning. They're a heck of a team. To win 3 games in New York, 2 of them by shutout, that's pretty impressive. It's not a case of the Rangers playing bad. It's a case of this Tampa team really hitting their stride. Great offense, very good defense. Ben Bishop stared down Henry Lundqvist at the other end of the rink and beat him. Full marks to Tampa Bay. Now we'll find out if they're really elite when they're going against the top Western team. So that should be a pretty good series.
Barry, who was the biggest no-show for the New York Rangers?
Zuccarello being hurt affected their offense, certainly. You got to look at the stars. I think, when they went to the finals last year, Marty St. Louis was top scorer. This year, Marty got 1 goal. Nash had 2 good games out of 7 where he got points. Those are your 2 best players. Obviously, McDonough was hurt during that final game. That certainly didn't help you, but, it was a case where you looked at all the stars of Tampa Bay played well. Hedman was great. Stamkos was great. The triplet line was great. Killorn was great. They didn't have many guys not playing to their full potential, and that's why you win. Same thing with Chicago. None of the stars of Chicago had off series. That's why they won.
And Barry, Lundqvist's record in Game 7s was just phenomenal. Obviously, he was undefeated previously, but when you keep putting your goalie in that situation, it was tough to watch his angst and his pain at the end of that Game 7.
Well, Henrik was great in Game 7. The goal that beat him was a fluky one. He'd made several unbelievable stops up to that point and looked like he was going to do it again. Get a 1-0 win, something like that. Give his team a chance to win the third period. He did. There was 0-0 going in the third period. But, when you beat a team 4 times in a 7-game series, you're the better team. I don't think anybody can make a case that the New York Rangers are a better team than Tampa. I just don't buy it. I think Tampa, and especially when you get beat 3 times in your building, you really don't have a leg to stand on. But without a doubt, Henry Lundqvist was the best goaltender. But, like I said, you have to give Ben Bishop credit. He shut him out in Game 5, shut him out in Game 7.
Barry, what are the biggest decisions facing the New York Rangers this offseason?
I don't really think they have that many because the guys are all signed. All your core guys are signed long-term. Your young guys, you found out you got some good young players. You got to find a few more good young players. But, I don't see them doing anything crazy. San Luis, they're there for another year. All their Nash is signed long-term. So, really just get everybody healthy and maybe add a few pieces here or there, and hopefully next year you'll get the job done.
ESPN's Barry Melrose with Armen and Levack on your home for New York sports, 104.5 The Team. Barry, Saturday night's Game 7 in the West. Blackhawks 5, Ducks 3. The game wasn't even that close. The Blackhawks really separate themselves in Game 7 here?
Yeah, 6 and 7. They were great in Game 6 also. And Game 7, Jonathan Taves just said, I'm going to get this thing over with and get it over with quick. And ended up, scoring those 2 quick goals. Duncan Keith was great again. Hossa scored. I think they're 16-0 when Hossa scores a goal. They're awesome. They're just winners. This has been the best organization in the NHL in probably the last 7 or 8 years, and continues to be so. And just you never talk about who didn't show up for the Chicago Blackhawks. You just talk about how good they're all playing, and that's exactly what they did against the Ducks.
What are the keys for the Stanley Cup?
Number one, it's going to be very interesting how the games play out. Are we going to have a very high-tempo, high-scoring series? I think the tempo is going to be very high. I don't think we're going to, per se, see a ton of goals because both teams are so good defensively and good goaltending. But the pace should be great. Both teams love to play fast. And we got, a stabilized team, a team that's been a powerhouse for a number of years in Chicago, and we got a young team in Tampa Bay just on the verge of becoming a perennial playoff performer. So it's going to be interesting to see these young guys in Tampa play the veteran Stanley Cup winners on the Chicago Blackhawks.
Barry Melrose. Hey, Barry, I know you're going 100 miles an hour this time of year. We sent you some Death Wish coffee from the boys here locally.
Thank you very much.
You had a chance to dip into that. Is it good and strong for you, my friend?
It's awesome. I've only had 1 cup out of it. I've only been home 1 day yesterday, but I'm going to enjoy it this summer.
Excellent. Speaking of the summer, we're hoping to see you at the track. You have any time to watch the final leg of the Triple Crown, or is it all hockey?
No, that's too crazy a day. Saturday will be a busy day for us, but I'll I'll see you guys at the track. I always go to the track. You guys know I make so much money there. I have to go all the time. So.
That's good. So
I can't miss it.
That's good. We'll be sitting next to you then. That's good to know that. Barry Melrose of ESPN, our buddy out of Glens Falls. Barry, we'll be watching you throughout the NHL Stanley Cup Finals. Enjoy it, and we always appreciate your time, my friend.
Thank you very much.